This year in our house, we have decided to decorate the tree in traditional Yule type ornaments. So I'm going to be trying some new things this year. I'm going to be making pine cone ornaments, which I got the cinnamon pine cones because they smell great. And I'm going to try making some dried orange slices. Now, I anticipate this is probably going to be a sticky hot mess, but I don't know. I've never done this. And I've tried to watch some videos on YouTube, but a lot of them are just people doing it sped up to music, and you can't really learn that way. So I thought, let's try this together. So one thing that I've noticed is some people dry them on racks and some people dry them just on pans or on like, some people said spray foil. I don't think so. I'm going to try parchment paper and see if that does any better. So I only have actually one rack that is oven safe. My other cooling racks are black coated. Some black coated racks are safe for oven use and some are not. And the only way to tell is the label when you first buy them. I've had mine for years, so I have no clue if they are oven safe or not. So I will not be using that. So I'm just going to use the stainless steel one that will go in. So we'll try that one, and then I've got two other janky old pans with parchment paper, and we'll see how that goes. But first I got to get out my mandolin, and we're going to try to cut these in like 1/4 inch slices. If you're really good with a knife, which I'm not, you can cut them that way. That was my knee that just cracked. But I am scared of everything. I'm really bad with knives, and my knife is actually extremely dull. I do not have a knife sharpener, and getting a, this is, no, that says thick slices. Where's my thin slicey one? Thin slices. That is my thin slice. Mandolins are scary, and I am not ashamed to say that I will be using the hand guard if I can get it to stick, because I am not about to mess with grinding off my fingers. So I think I should put a plate or something down underneath, because I feel like this is going to be extremely messy. I could put an old towel down. Let's do it. I don't know. Trying to see, this is what other YouTubers don't show you. Trying to figure out the best way to do this stuff. I think I'm going to put this tea towel down just to catch some of the juices. And maybe put my black cooling rack that I can't use on top of it. And we'll see if this works. So, wish me luck. I'm not confident in this yet. Okay, I'm sure this is going to show how gross this towel is, but this towel was my clean kitchen towel, and I just used it to wipe something that had dust on it, and now it's dirty, so it's okay to get... Okay, I don't know. I think I'll try to use the hand guard when I get closer to, so let's see how this works. Whew. Oh, it smells amazing. See, this is what I'm worried about. Like, this just kind of pulped out a little bit, but that might be good to eat. If you get some like that, okay, this is what I'm going for. This is a beautiful slice. But dried orange slices are not just pretty, they're edible, and they're good in like drinks and stuff. So if we get some that are kind of janky like this, we can use those in a drink or whatever. So let me make a little bit of room here. And this, when you get the little peels like this, save those, and we can make a stove potpourri later on. I think it's about time for this. Okay, this is a problem right here. This is a very wide orange. See, I'm having to like almost butcher this to get it through. Okay, I'm telling you, a mandolin is so freaking helpful. Ooh. Very nice. Can I say this is the fruits of my labor? Now that I successfully have pulp in my teeth, what we're going to do is we're going to put our oven on 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna make sure my racks are in proper position. Actually, your rack should be in the top upper third. You don't want them too close to the bottom. So I'm actually going to move them up one so that they're not too close to the bottom. Technically, I guess I should have gone ahead and preheated my oven, but at 200 degrees, I don't think it's going to take that long. Now, some people do say to cook them at a higher temperature, but I would rather go low and slow and have it take all day than have some that burn the edges, because you do have to be careful. You do have to flip them from time to time, according to what I have read on the internet. So we'll see how that turns out. But I'm gonna go ahead and start laying these out because these look actually really pretty. Let's get these. I want to try to do these beautiful slices. Now, I do not want them to overlap, and I do not want them to touch at all. Oh, that one's got a hole in the middle of it. That's all right. That's a pretty one. They're really beautiful, and they smell amazing, guys. Ooh. Let's save this one for eating. Yeah, Wow, I bought a lot of oranges. This is actually probably, I've got 4 more oranges to go. And I can only, actually, I could finish this one out with these slices that I didn't think were as pretty. But those can be eaten. So that's 1 orange besides the ends, and I still have 4 more of these suckers to go. So depending on how many hours, I'm probably going to be drying oranges for the next couple of days. So I might look different when we finish this because it'll be a couple days down the road probably. I mean, I'll show you, I'll try to, no, I will finish this with this batch today. You just won't see all of them being done, but you'll see the first batch. And we'll finish this today and go ahead and have them to where they can hang on the tree. I'm quite excited. I'm ready to put these in the oven and get them to start drying. This is going in my little potpourri thing. I hope that, I'm actually hoping that it smells really good in the house while these cook. I hope they don't, like, smell weird drying out. I hope they just smell like right now. The entire kitchen is an amazing orange oil smell because when you cut into that peel, those oils just burst out, and so the entire kitchen is like, it reminds me of the orange groves in Florida where I grew up. Absolutely amazing. So come on, hurry up, I'm ready to put these in. I actually wanted to start this a lot earlier, but we just got a tree. Our tree that we have been using was a 9-foot tree, and it went the way of Whoville. It got to where it couldn't stand up straight at all anymore. It was leaning. You couldn't tighten it down like where the trunk goes in. Ooh, let's put them in. I'm going to set my timer for about 30 minutes. 35. And when the timer goes off, we will come back and go ahead and do the first flip. So, oh, back to my tree story. Anyway, it wouldn't stay tight anymore. The ring was stripped out, and the original lights on the tree had long died. We just would wrap our own lights around the tree. So it was time to say goodbye to the tree. So we actually got rid of it last year, and we had just been too busy, and with the containment for 2 weeks, we could not get out and go tree shopping when everybody else did. So we're actually really behind in getting this stuff done, which drives me nuts because usually our tree is up on November 1st with the inside of the house decorations. So this is super, super late for us to have a tree. And we just got a little 6.5-foot tree. I would love to have a real tree, but that's just not going to happen. I do worry about the dog, and I worry about the fire aspect, because when we leave to go look at Christmas lights, we like to leave our Christmas tree on in the window, and they're flame retardant, and there's just a lot more risk with a real tree than there is a fake one. So real trees are pretty. Also, I feel really bad for them because you cut, okay, I'll probably upset people, but you cut them down and you use them for a month and then you throw them away, and I'm like, that makes me sad. Poor little trees. Anyway, I know that's what they're raised for, but anyway, I digress. Let's I'm gonna go play a video game. The timer just went off. It's been 35 minutes. I'm going to check on these. I may, since it's only been 35 minutes, instead of flipping them, I may just rotate them this time and flip them the next time. Get my little Santa Claus thing. Yeah, I'm just going to rotate them this time. And I just put them in for another 35 minutes. And when we come back in 35 minutes, we'll go ahead and flip those over. It's really strange because I was actually expecting them to be like a gooey mess. Like, especially the ones on the parchment paper, since there's no air to circulate underneath them. I thought maybe that they would start oozing everywhere, but so far they're not. I'm not saying that they won't. And when I flip them, I may find out that they have, but it's not as messy so far as I thought it would be, which is good. The timer is fixing to go off, so we're going to actually take these out and go ahead and flip them over. So they've been in there for an hour and 10 minutes so far. Oh, I'm going to have to do, I have to flip one, and then I don't have room on my stove for all of these, so. Ooh. I really thought that these were going to be super sticky, but they're not. Okay, there is juice on the parchment paper, but they're not, only one of them kind of felt like it was, I don't even think it was a sticky, I think it was just that it pulled it up a little bit. Put these back in. See, it lifted up the paper just a little bit, but I wouldn't really call that sticky. Okay, I'm going to put these in for another 35 minutes. The second hour, you want to start making sure that you keep a close eye on it. So if you just did it for an hour the first time and then flipped them instead of doing them in 30-35 minute increments like I'm doing, you might want to start doing it in smaller increments the second hour so that they don't burn. So I'm going to do 35 minutes again. And we'll be back. The timer just went off again. I'm hoping this is the last time I have to flip these. From what I've read, when they're done, they're supposed to feel almost kind of leathery and hard. So hopefully that happens soon. On the ones on the parchment, I'm actually going to move to a little bit cleaner spot. It didn't ruin the parchment or anything. Like I said, they haven't really leaked that much. But I'm trying to take it away from any moisture so that it can finish drying. And I am noticing the edges are starting to get a little darkish. And I really want these to be done soon because I am starving and I need the oven for part of my dinner. Pop these back in. I'm going to go ahead and feel this. And yeah, it still has moisture in it, I can tell. These might take about 2.5 hours. They were really juicy oranges, so who knows. The ones on the rack, I feel like the ones on the rack are probably going to get done quicker. Another 35 minutes. And I will say, the smell of them drying isn't fantastic. It's not, you know, I described the scent of the oranges in the air after I sliced it and stuff like that. That is gone. The smell of them drying is, it doesn't stink. It's just got a bit of a funk, almost like an old orange or something. You would not want a candle made out of this. So if you see, I mean, I know they're supposed to smell good, like once they hang on the tree and stuff like that, but I don't know. They smell just a little funky to me. But maybe it's my oven. Maybe it's like some cooked on oil or something I need to clean off. It could be that. I guess when I take them out, I'll give them a final smell. I don't think, to me, it seems like they wouldn't really smell much at all. Unless you sprinkled like a cinnamon on them or something. But I think it would probably be a little late for me to sprinkle cinnamon on them now. I don't know. This is why we experiment and figure things out. So, I'll be back. The timer just went off and I'm going to go ahead and just rotate these. I think it's probably going to take like 2.5 hours because there was still just a little sticky, not sticky like tacky, but a little bit of moisture. I could feel it the last time. So I'm just going to make sure these aren't burning. I think that needs to go in there. I'm just going to do these for another even 30 minutes. So far it's been an hour and, last time it was an hour and 10 minutes, no, I'm losing track of time. We're in the second hour. 30 minutes, 30 minutes. How many times have I turned these? before. I flipped them twice. I've rotated them twice. So 35, well 30, an hour, 30. So that'll be about 2 hours and 50 minutes, I think. Total, or 40 minutes, I don't know. I think the next time when the timer goes off, I'm just going to go ahead and pull them out, and then I'll just let them finish air drying for the rest of the night, because I am really hungry and I need the oven. I'm starving, guys. But I've been productive. I got presents wrapped, so we don't have many presents this year. It's been a difficult year. I'm sure it has for a lot of people, but what we have, I've gotten wrapped. And so we'll be back and pull them out and finish this vlog up in about 30 minutes. The timer just went off, and I'm going to go ahead and pull these out, hopefully for the last time tonight, because I need the oven. So I've just pulled these out, and they've got if I really press them, they've got a little moisture, but they're not sticky or anything. I mean, I'm doing this to see if my hands are sticky. The edges are real dry. I wanted to show you how I was going to finish these. I'm just going to put some twine through it and make a little loop to hang them on the tree. And I was going to show you that, but I think what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I should end this video here or not, because I am going to make other things for the tree, and I would rather just show you the tree with all the stuff on it that I'm going to make instead of just like one thing at a time. But I mean, this is how to dry oranges, so I guess that's done. I'm just going to, like, some of them already have a hole in them, but you can get like an embroidery needle or something and just put a little hole through and then just pull the twine through. But I'm actually going to finish drying these for the rest of the night, not in the oven. I'm going to, now that I don't have to worry about the black rack being in the oven, I'm going to wash it off, dry it, and then use it to put the ones that were on here. This one's, wow, this one's real dry. This one's almost crispy, so I gotta be careful with that. These are definitely done. It's hard to describe smell. It's not like, whoo, citrus. It doesn't actually much smell like an orange anymore, to be honest. So I'm just gonna leave, I'm gonna put all these on this rack. The ones that really need it. There are some of them that don't need any more, but I'm gonna finish these overnight in the air. That is where I'm going to finish this vlog, but I will, that was loud. That is where I'm going to finish this vlog, but I will show you, once I get done with my other decor, I will show you the tree, or me putting the stuff on the tree, but that is how you dry oranges. It actually is effective. Make sure it's 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't really know what that is, Celsius. But Google has a thing where you can figure it out. These are really kind of cool. And they're pretty. Look how, like, it preserves the color really nice. It's almost like when you know when you blanch vegetables and it preserves that color. So these are really actually very pretty, and I'm going to make more. Like I said, I've got 4 more, and the prettiest ones will be for the tree. And then these janky ones will be like for potpourris, like this, or for eating or whatever. I don't know if I want to eat a dried orange, but it might be good in some alcohol. So that's it. That's how you dry orange slices in your oven at home. Both on parchment and on the rack, they both turned out actually exactly the same. So if you don't have an oven safe rack, don't worry about it. Just put them on parchment paper on your regular baking sheet and put them in the oven. I would do the every 30-35 minutes like I did. So make sure that you rotate them and flip them. I think I flipped them. Did I flip them once or twice now? I don't remember, but just do it until they're done. So that's it. Thanks for following me on this adventure. If you like this kind of stuff, give me a thumbs up because it does help. I hate being like one of those, give me a thumbs up, smash that, subscribe, but I don't like doing that. But if you give thumbs up, it really does help YouTube in the algorithm. It helps them notice my stuff so that it helps move me a little bit farther up so maybe more people can see my channel. And that would help me a lot. So I appreciate it. And I'll see you for the next project. Goodbye. Okay, I'm going to put these in for another 35 minutes. My phone's ringing. Oh, freaking spam.